Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Times Cheltenham Literature Festival. I'm Claire Greenaway, I'm the Executive Director of the festival, and it's brilliant to welcome so many of you here tonight. Doctor Who is a phenomenon like no other, and Russell T Davies has brought regeneration to the Time Lord. I'm delighted to welcome him here tonight, and John Barrowman, better known as Captain Jack. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsors, The Times, and Caitlin Moran, who will be leading the discussion this evening. So please join me in welcoming Caitlin and Russell on stage. Thank you.
Before we start, I'm sure Russell's got a lot to say, we're just going to quickly take you through what's happening tonight. Unlike Live Aid, we're not going to be sorting out people who are dying in Africa. None of that at all. This is going to be Doctor Who. And also, unlike Live Aid, we're going to have Q&As at the end, so if people want to start thinking about their questions to the end, they'll start doing it now. But now it's just simply time to introduce the loveliest, the cleverest, and the most tall man in show business, Russell T Davies.
Imagine life is like this secretly. You know, when you brush your teeth in the morning, I always think there were 2,000 people.
I just want to keep making them clap.
He's out the door, Barrowman.
Yes.
Do a lot of that.
Wow!
My turn now. The old man's coming on later.
Oh. I wonder what should we guess what the other trigger words might be? I bet there's loads of other trigger words. I mean, if we said Daleks when people scream.
Let's try William Hartnell. He doesn't receive faith.
Yeah. Well, that leads me cunningly on to my first question.
Yes.
I'll be back about it. Also, I wanted to go to you before we came on here to ask you if you think your doctor is the best doctor.
Oh, that's just impossible, because I love doing everything out of Crystal Records. I literally cannot answer that properly. And I'll tell you what's up, I am a proper long-term Doctor Who fan. And when I was watching, I never gave up. We know we had some years that are considered to be darker than others and maybe less successful. I never, ever, ever stopped watching it. All the way through to 1989 and film in 1996. I was just there. I love Doctor Who, full stop.
But I don't mean just the choosing between Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. I mean like your doctor, like with the modern invention of him this time around, the way that the show is. I mean, do you have a sneaking preference for the way that you've done it now?
Well, yes. Yes. It's funny, it's like, it's certainly a really good saying, why is it so successful? And just in the past 6 months or so, actually, I've been watching stuff like, stuff I really like. Like Evil, it's a great show. I've been watching Merlin lately, it's a great show. I've been watching Robin Hood, great show. Yeah, a great show. But I can't have Evil, get out. But seriously, I sit watching, and I love those shows, and I sort of sit there and think, we're so lucky to have the Doctor, the character, at the centre of Doctor Who, because it's such an odd and strange fictional character. In fact, every other drama in the world has an everyman at the centre of it. Buffy is an ordinary schoolgirl, Robin Hood's an ordinary bloke, is now an ordinary bloke, was in Foster's Body, Merlin is a young man. Every, especially genre drama, you can go through them all, and they're like the story of an ordinary man in extraordinary circumstances. And Doctor Who's like the only piece of fiction I can think of that has an extraordinary man at the centre of it, who knows the entire plot from where it starts. He's scientific, he's artistic, he's literary. And I just think we're so lucky that it becomes, I think that's why Doctor Who is possibly one of the liveliest programmes and maddest programmes, and literally has its own rules where other people are formulas, because you've got that great invention at the centre. Even the Doctor wasn't at the centre of it in that way at the very beginning in 1963. It was two ordinary school teachers. And then it just evolved over 2 or 3 years to put the Doctor at the centre of it, And then its future was guaranteed. It just became absolutely unique, weird.
Well, in fact, you can make anything happen as well. You know, I've been lucky enough to be at script meetings and stuff where someone will point out some gigantic plot anomaly, and you'll just go, oh, let me say one line short about that. And you just make time go like that, and then it's all fine.
I've never seen a plot anomaly in my life. Like that? Not one.
Do you feel sorry, maybe, for Merlin and Robin Hood and things that have come in that slot after?
I was very happy watching Barrowman. I have to say, I imagine a very different plot in my mind going on there, but... Possibly think there. But... I literally feel sorry for them. I absolutely, I didn't love it. It was excellent. And I like watching fantasy television. I'm not a science fiction reader at all. I like fantasy television and film exclusively in that format. Heroes and stuff like that, I love them. Of course, everyone has their typical second season, but not us. That'll go around. Internet.
I was wondering, when you're watching TV, are you kind of rewriting it in your mind? If you're watching something and suddenly there's some very bad dialogue, you start strict doctoring it in your head, you start, well, I know what I'd do with this.
I suppose I do, but I think I've done that since about 6 years old. I think that's a right way. So it doesn't get in the way. I can still absolutely enjoy something completely, and maybe there are two different parts of my brain that doesn't interfere with me watching it. So, but I've always done it. That's probably why I'm doing the job that I'm doing, so the other way around.
Well, I remember you saying once that when you were walking home from school, you never wanted anyone to walk home with you.
It wasn't anyone. Was my choice. But no, it's not true. No, yes, there was. No, seriously, like when I was 13, 14, and all my gang of mates used to hang out at the decade pub in school, and I used to walk around on my own. I was really happy, and nice people would sort of say, well, right, you know, you're going to come and play football. But, you know, seriously, but I really liked, I was, you know, my mum used to think I was a very solitary creature, but I loved it. That's absolutely what I wanted to do.
But because you were imagining things, you were saying you were imagining streets blowing up and kind of people dying in front of you and ships coming in.
Yeah. And I think that, like, always, because it's like, I think that's why queer was spoken in the end. Because, hey, queer was Merlin crossover, but I can't think why.
They're just backing everything down. Actually, that's a team!
Ignore that Venn diagram, it's a really hot place to be. But like, seriously, I wrote that because even though when I was a young man going out clubbing, I was still on my own. And lots of mates and stuff like that. But there's a big I think really annoying that someone who knew me came up and had a chat and said, how are you? And I said, yeah, fine. I just came off it on my own. And then after 10 years ago, I wrote Queer as Folk. It's not why I did it. That's what I like doing. But when I wrote Queer as Folk, I realized that's where it came from.
Well, because you were in the nightclub imagining things.
I was watching.
Oh.
Watching. Yeah, and imagining things. Exactly. Yes, at the same time when I was working all the time, I was thinking of, but also just watching all those people as a speech was one of my favourite things that I've written in Queer as Folk 2, where Vince does a speech towards his inner club, and he does a speech about watching everyone in the club, and he says, there's a man over there I've known for like 15 years. He says, we nod. All it is just nods, we've been anxious, and I love stuff like that, and I think that's true, and I live that, so good stuff.
Well, the loneliness kind of taps into, I mean, I don't know, probably most people haven't had a chance to read the book yet. When does it come out? Is it out yet?
It's big, anyway.
It's pretty chunky, yeah. Very chatty man. But the one thing that comes through in the book, I mean, there's a lot of amazing things in the book. I mean, you go through incredible detail, and if you just wanted to know anything about making the last series of Doctor Who, it's all in there. And just take us through the creative process. But one of the main things that the fun was across is what a lonely and difficult and sweaty occupation the whole thing is. It's just you sitting there at 4 o'clock in the morning, chain smoking and going nuts. I mean, it's quite a mad book.
Yeah, I suppose it's not lonely though. I never got lonely because I'm alone and I love being alone. And that's when I got the most patient boyfriend in the world who puts up with that, and very patient friends as well. Because I'm not saying it's the only way to do it. It's like there is a lot of talk about writing and how to write in the book, but I really think that's how I write. You can write in any way you like. It's, you know, if you want to sit with the telly on, or so with my family, you can do it. So I'm really strict about saying, this is how to write, it's how I write. But that is the way I choose to do it, and I'm a victim of myself in a lot of that way, and I'm trapped into that way, and I'm not really trying to find another way to do it, because frankly it's working. So, but I genuinely love it. So even though I'm tearing my hair out, and you know, what I wanted in the book was sort of really show what it's like, you know, because you are alone with a blank page, and it takes 512 pages to describe that, you know, it's a long process, but I just